Okay, let's call the order here. What day is it?
Clock behind us, it's not. 10
Is it?
Well, that clock's wrong.
That clock's wrong.
That one's right.
One on my phone is right, because they're not
Yeah.
gonna miss a minute.
Richard's all ready to go. Looking outside in this background. Rich. All right, let's get started. Let's do a roll call, okay, please.
Gerald Prowse is here.
Roland Ferguson here.
And Patrick Willet's here. Thank you, thank you. Let's,
Huge board, huge board.
looking at the agenda here, can I get a motion to approve the meeting agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting agenda as posted.
Thank you.
You have to vote. You have to vote on.
Okay, we voted. Aye.
Just saying that when you have a motion and then a second, then you have a vote.
This is true.
Let's take a minute to read through the minutes from last week.
I think they're fantastic. I approve.
Yes, I did read through. I did those. A second, can we get a vote to approve the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second, thank you.
Do we have to?
All right, you
Aye.
vote. Patrick, you
I
gotta
just
get
said
this-
vote. I
No,
just said
because
vote.
You said vote before you did the motion. You do a motion, a second, and a vote. That's how Robert rules of order.
Order of.
We're doing Bob's rules.
Yes, Bob.
It's shorter.
Did we get that written down as a vote?
Yes.
Thank you. Public communication, 3 minutes. We'll start with anybody in the room. Does anybody have anything else? Okay. Start online. Don Williams, you have anything to say for us? And good morning, by the way.
You're muted.
Yeah, nothing here. Thank you very much and good morning.
Thank you, Donna. All righty. All right, moving on. Let's do some reports, chair's reports. I guess I start first. I did look through the applications. We had 3 of them or whatever. I recommended 2 of them on to the mayor.
I'm following up with that today.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you. And then what else? Really just, because I also have a board member report as well. That's all I'm gonna say on the sheriff, report. I'll say it on the board member. Station report, Butch, or Trey, and Butch. I apologize.
Well, I'll go first. For the 12th year in a row.
12th year,
Well,
you are older than dirt.
well, this wasn't about me specifically.
I'm just, thank you though, for seriously 12 years now. That's.
Well, all right, I'm not talking about me. For the 12th consecutive year, KOSW will be broadcasting IX football games. Now, of course, this started because they didn't do it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't specifically about me. So we lost our broadcast team. And I put a call out to see if there was,
Or you get started, just read that. You haven't read the email.
oh, okay, I'll contact.
I told him you would contact.
Okay. But anyway, we lost our broadcast team with Gary Knack and Gordon Knack. As folks, all of them were not going to return this year. So I put out a call to our volunteers and nobody responded. No person who did the away games and some of the home games for the 3 years prior, we've brought back on. And that was me.
Oh,
Sure. So the away games I'm gonna do as a solo project where I will be the play-by-play, the color, the producer, the director, and the bottle washer. And then the home games, I will probably have a color commentator, either which just gave me some information of someone who's saying that they might be interested. Mike Price has expressed interest in doing it. So,
the away games, are you saying to be live too?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but we take our little setup that we use for city council meetings. The away games this year are the first game of the season's in Tenino. We've got games in Westport, only game I'm a little worried about is the one in Tullahola, which is a big rivalry and stuff. I'm not sure if we can get a signal out of Tullahola. So that might actually be a game that I take our old setup and just record for posterity. Then the other two games are really long slugs away. They're in Calumet
Oh, that is away.
and Winlock.
Oh, I don't know, where's that? Where's that at?
Winlock is about 25, 30 miles north of Bloom.
Oh, okay.
So, the game at Calumet, I'm already making arrangements to stay over and come back the next day. Because the road from Calumet to Nacelle, it's really windy and this is gonna be in October where it's gonna be
Oh.
pouring down rain. And games usually end between 9 and 9:30, so then you're driving back.
Ken.
Getting back to the station
Yeah.
like at 1. So, I'm getting older. I thought, well, I'll just stay over that night and drive back in the morning. And in fact, I may be going, they're actually having a jamboree in the cell this Saturday. And I may go down because 6 of our 9 opponents are gonna be part of the jamboree, so I can get a little bit to how we stack up. So we're doing that now. When it comes to basketball, we've done basketball every year that we've done football, but I just don't know if we're gonna do basketball this year because, well, football can be done as a one-person pursuit. As Jerry found out last year, and I know you had at least a time or two where you had to find out, it's a very difficult thing to do just with one person. The action is just too fast, every time you looked at it, your roster, because you don't have the other team memorized, like, and that was Bill Jones, you look up and they've already gone down to one end and they're back going the other way. So you need at least 2 people and we just don't have a broadcast team. So that's one of the things, Bitch, I need to talk about. We might actually put out an ad for, saying, looking for a broadcast team. Now, I haven't even asked you if you would be willing to, like, call one side of them like you have done in the past, either the boys or the girls.
Maybe so, yeah.
But maybe what we might do this year, because one of the problems with basketball is it interrupts a lot of shows.
Yeah.
There are a lot of games, and we only do home basketball games. We don't do home and away because
They're like twice a week, aren't they, basketball, generally, Tuesday, Friday?
2 or 3 sometimes.
sometimes 3.
Oh, wow.
They used to, they did a year where I thought it was really smart. They would marry the boys and the girls games together. That way the schools were only having to, take one bus. But the last 2 years, they went away from that. So you might have, say, boys home game on Monday, girls home game on Tuesday, another home game on Thursday. So you might have 3 in a week. You might have another week where there's none.
You got jamboree sometimes on
Probably describing
Saturday.
boys and girls, so that
Well,
answer.
you have a jamboree on a Saturday, sometimes it could be 4 games you got to broadcast, takes up the whole day.
Whole day, yeah.
Yeah, so, well, that's usually just one time during the season. But still, that's a lot of commitment from, if you're gonna have people broadcast it, it's a lot of commitment from our DJs having their shows preempted. And you never know, like 1 week it's Rick loses his show, next week it's Greg and Randall lose their show and stuff, and so, but we will end up talking about that, because number one, what we needed is people to do the broadcast and, people in the station who know how to handle the broadcasts. I mean, right now, there's really two and a half of us. Well, I'd say there's 3. Michelle actually knows how to handle broadcasts in the station, and then Butch and I. Because it's not just you press a button and go, well, and you walk away. There are a lot of different things. Oh, well, actually, yeah. Okay, you.
But the only-
How about that?
The only difference is It's really easy to do till you run into an issue.
Yeah.
And that.
My mouse isn't working. Then you call someone up at 7 in the morning and
Yeah.
say, hey.
And they pop up, oh,
Yeah.
I can't get the internet to
Sure.
connect, I can't do this, we can't get this.
There's a lot of stuff you don't know until you get to that
Right.
spot.
And also, if we have a crew to do the girls' game, if we don't have one doing the boys' game too, then we didn't do basketball. You gotta do both.
You gotta
Not
go.
at all.
Fair.
Yeah, it's gonna be fair.
So I need to interrupt for just a second and ask, I want to announce this at city council tonight to help you guys find broadcaster. Who do I have people interested contact?
Who did they contact?
It's me.
Yeah.
Me.
Right?
Trey,
Right.
he's our new sports director.
Give me a phone number.
Not on here. You're live on recording. I mean, do you want it all? You want him to publicly post your phone number?
Oh, I was gonna give yours.
You can give my city number that I don't answer yet.
Well, how about if I just say contact the radio station?
Yeah, I was gonna actually say, we're having a little trouble with our phone system right now, that if you call and try to leave a message, it says full.
I shouldn't say that.
And yet, no, it still does, even though we have cleared all, we unplugged our, we had a little voice box thing. We unplugged it and
It still says full?
yeah, and I cleared all the messages out of the voicemail. It still says, well, I need to call a host and find out. But I will send you an email and give you my email. So they can.
Or does the radio station have an email address?
Yeah,
What's the email address? And I'll just say email at. Just when you email, just email me the email address.
okay. Butch is gonna tell you the email
It's
address.
KOSW 889 FM@gmail.com.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, I wasn't here at the last meeting, so I did the second quarter report, which I was getting ready to start work on third quarter report. Which is so much fun, let me tell you.
Fees are going up. BMI just.
ASCAP, BMI descriptions,
Yeah,
yes.
just got
Yeah.
authorized to raise.
How high
their rates.
were they?
Well, I'm not sure what the rates are, because I don't pay them,
Yeah,
but I think they're going up.
I know we were, every area we were within our budget or below. I just don't know how much higher the rating would go.
All right,
I think it's increasing to like 11.
800 or something like that,
1100.
from 800, you think?
I thought it was actually much lower than that. I thought we were paying like 6 or 7, but.
See that is, yeah, I'd have to look at it. Okay. Yeah, let us know. Let them know. Anything else, Trey? Butch, what you got?
one thing, I went on the school site about the games, and get the schedule on the website, so the schedule's on the website, which is an interesting thing, because at the very end of a game, it says watch, so now people can go to our website, hit watch, and it goes directly to North Beach TV's game.
Is it really?
Yeah, so.
Wait, you program that in
No,
because
no,
that's,
no, that was, the school did that.
no, if you press watch, it's through the website.
Well, when I did it, it came up North Beach TV.
Oh, because I slid my mouse over the watch button
Actually,
and it was, because they're getting a website from this company that streams games and they're getting it free with the idea that they're gonna sign up people to watch games on their network.
Yeah, it's the NF.
Yeah.
HS or something.
Something like
They
that.
charge $16 for a season
Ah.
ticket.
So it isn't you.
was that little system they have up on the wall?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
What's
an
wrong?
unmanned
Well,
camera.
we can go in and change it.
Yeah, we could just change the
Yeah.
address. can't we?
Yeah, we can change the
website.
link
Sure.
and link.
I'd rather have it go to you guys and. the school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because if they clicked on it and they're not a member, they wouldn't be able to watch the game. It would prompt them to have to pay.
Well, what about the away games?
Doesn't matter.
Same thing.
Well, they've got, you're not
They-
gonna be at the away games.
Yeah, we're not gonna, they've got robotic cameras and it's just nat sound, it's just a microphone. You hear the band and stuff. They don't have your announcers. And it's just one wide shot. It's just robotic.
Can't do the way games too, right?
Yeah, but you can change it for the each
You
game.
can't do it for the home.
Yeah.
Change the, link.
We
Would
just,
you like that?
Yes, please.
we send us a link.
We don't just send us a link, we just go to their, link it to their Facebook, their YouTube page.
Yeah,
We had to do a website upgrade,
Yeah,
okay, that cost us $839.
No, it didn't.
Yes, we did.
No, but it didn't cost the radio station, it cost North Beach.
North Beach
Independent
Independent
Media.
Media paid for
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it was $839
One time or-
and 39 cents or something.
is it a bigger space, monthly fee? What was it?
Well, they kept saying we're out of memory, so that.
No, we were out of band.
Yeah, okay. But anyway, it kept crashing all the time.
Well, and the reason it kept crashing is that we have become the target of some coordinated attacks trying to basically sign into our account. And so they, not only did we pay them nearly $850 more, they sent us an array of suggestions on how to better protect the site. And Damon Church, who's kind of our web advisor, is gonna go through those and see which he thinks are good ones and which can be implemented. But after we paid this money, and Butch and I were like, okay, we got it paid, now we can put it into this. The very next week, we must have crashed 10 times.
Almost a day. I mean, it was getting bad, but at that time, they were converting over to the new Venus program that we bought into. And I think they're having troubles. with the
Well,
server.
no, even once they got us over, it continued to have problems, but they were actually able to ascertain that because we were getting so many requests, it was.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, after we got the thing done, then we still had more problems than we started with, right? Yeah, they finally, they got it pretty well straightened out. It's-
I was expecting the email too, right? Is that why my email wasn't?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when the whole thing goes down, your email quits working, the website quits working.
It was weird. The screen still worked, but not through our website.
Hmm.
You could get through iTunes or Radio Garden, and those other ones. You could get.
Obviously, there's hundreds of them that you can get.
But if you try to go into KLSWradio.com,
Click on it.
you couldn't get it, it wouldn't work.
We're good now?
We're good now.
Well, we're good now, but we still are gonna need to try to implement, they suggested, 1 or 2 plugins and some coding implementation to try to guard the site better, because they said that the real problem was they had, bad actors trying to access our administrative.
Is the F drive backed up with all the music?
Oh my God, I do that every night.
Okay, so there's a redundant. I just, I didn't even got a radio set up or whatever.
Yeah, we have a backup program we run on the back computer, and every night I do an incremental backup.
All right.
And then we also have, like, Butch has a copy that he will come in about once a month, so he has some copies off-site as well. Rick has a backed up copy. Randall has one, I have one, so we have them in several locations, although they're in different states, because some people only come in once a quarter to
Yeah.
get theirs, but Butch is more regular about his, so if it went down, we would probably, only lose maybe, 10, 20 megabytes or something.
We need to look also at getting a different, internet provider. Yeah, outside of Coast, I mean, I don't know when the fiber is coming through. Do you know anything about the fiber? Nothing. Coast has not been very reliable here lately.
Well, there's one of two ways to remedy this problem. One would be to switch off of Coast, like I know at my house, we use CenturyLink, and it's almost never down. It does go down, I mean, all service providers go down from time to time, and compared to the amount that Coast goes down, CenturyLink hardly ever goes down. So one would be to switch. The other thing would be to get us a separate jetpack as a backup for the station, because Coast went down, and when it goes down, our streaming goes down. And, you know, a lot of people listen to us not over the radio, but over their phones. So I went into the station, I pulled our jetpack out of our remote kit, plugged it into the auxiliary computer.
That's what I saw sitting back there.
That's
Okay,
right, and that's
same on-
why, well.
I thought you were charging it.
I think by the time you came in, it had actually reverted back to our in-house stuff, but that
Except the mouse.
evening, yeah, that evening, we were kind of dead in the water, and so that's the way around it. We plug in the jetpack, although there's something a little ironic or something a little idiosyncratic about it, is the fact that I plug it in, it works on the auxiliary computer. And it works on my Linux computer and back, but the other three computers in the building, for some reason, cannot log into it.
In the phones.
And the phones.
So
yeah,
we
the
need
phones
one
don't work.
big enough that it runs the station's internet system.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot bigger than the jetpack we got now. Something that can handle the phones, all the computers.
No, I don't think, I think the phones would be a separate issue because.
They run through the router?
Yeah, I know I talked to Marty about this. There is a way around it. I don't think you would do it specifically through a jetpack, although you can also run the jetpack through the modem. I think that is how then you get everything back up. But so anyway, there are two different ways to go. The simplest, of course, would be either, well, you know, we actually had a plan in place. The previous board, and then it never got implemented, and nobody's told me why. But we were going to stay with Coast, but have a backup account with CenturyLink. So if one of our ISPs went down, we would flip a switch and then we'd go to the backup one. And yet, you know, even though the board agreed to this, and they all voted, something like here we are like 15, 16 months later, and for some reason it's never happened. And then I was later told it's not possible anymore, so I don't know. It would either be to, you know, get a backup system.
Yeah, I thought Quest didn't have line to your bill. I remember we looked at the deal with Quest, I thought, for CenturyLink, and they didn't have.
They have it into the public works yard. The question
Well, not
was,
to there,
they
yeah.
can get it all the way to the.
That was
station.
where it was left at, I think, 'cause I remember we were looking at
In
getting.
reality, probably it's cheaper to go to a bigger pad. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the cost a month for that thing?
To me?
Yeah, what's the cost a month for our hot phones?
Oh, well, let's see, when we used to pay for it, we paid $60 every other month.
So,
Not bad.
But, so it's probably like $3,000. Way inflation has gone. Now, I would guess now it's probably in the neighborhood, because we also got the unlimited plans with probably like 100 a month. Back then, we had we could do, I think it was 60 gigs a month.
Yeah.
But
we
now
looked
it's
into what
unlimited.
the cost was, like $600 or something for the jetpack.
Yeah, those are about $500-$600 for the hotspot, the unit, so. I want home, I can read going.
You know,
But
big
it's
enough to
a
run
net
everything.
Well, it's just internet. And
Yeah, it's just the
Netgear with
internet.
the-
I don't think
It's just not a throughput that you get is all you need.
Well, I think you have to set it up differently. We're setting it up just by plugging it in computer.
You wanna plug it into your router. it's
Yeah.
Active WAN, so what, you know.
Well, we tried to plug it in the router, it's still about the same thing, but. The modem, we haven't tried. Modem.
Yeah.
Um,
Our technical advisor doesn't appear to be.
But if we get one though, maybe we can get a phone number or, cause it comes with a phone number, really, just so, and then maybe we can use a chat. I still would love to have a chat.
We should have
Come back
at
to.
least two of these jetpacks, so one
Yeah,
that we
one for
have.
remote, one
for
with
the
our
remote,
backup.
one for the state station.
Yeah. I was thinking with those, would probably come if possible to chat.
There's a couple times we lost the internet, and we were looking for the jetpack, and it was in the Comrex box, and the Comrex box was in Jerry's house.
Isn't that where it's supposed to be in the Commerce box?
That's the
Well,
one.
yeah, but the Comrex box is not supposed to be in somebody's house.
Jerry
Oh,
took
yeah.
it home after the game, and then we
Yeah.
got some internet, we didn't have the jetpack.
Oh, I hear you. Yes, that was.
So we had one permanently at the station, yeah.
They also make routers that have a SIM card thing that you can just shove the SIM card in and it becomes a router. So you don't have to do the jetpack business, but now the router is just going off, just like the jetpack.
Did you put a SIM card in the?
Yeah.
I don't know if we have a router.
No, yeah, and they're on Amazon and I don't know, $200-300 or something.
But anyway, these are things that we're gonna be investigating and looking into. It really is annoying, you know, when.
Pretty sure we got, there's there, you know, we're within. So it was $100 a month, we should be able to cover that, no problem.
My last thing is, we brought back an old DJ. Old new DJ, I guess. I don't know how you put it.
Mayor or something like that.
Jukebox Frank is back on the air.
Frank.
Back on the air on every other Tuesday. There's not a city council meeting.
Nice.
So.
Is he live?
Huh?
Is he live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
No, he's member.
that pretty much fills our whole schedule. We have to reserve some spots so we can go and work on the system without interrupting somebody's show. So that's Sunday nights now, basically. That's all, everything is full. We don't have any more.
Cool. Anything else?
No, I'm done.
Great. Thank you, Butch. Thank you, Trey. That was the station report. Let's move on to the technology report with our radio station volunteer, Marty. Marty? Oh, Marty did it.
Oh, Marty.
Okay.
I asked him if he wanted me to keep that on there like that, and he goes, I won't be able to come to all the meetings, but I will come and give his little report.
Council liaison report
Before
with
you go
Richard.
on, well, if it's my turn, did you just say that Frank Elduin is going to start DJing again?
Here he has.
He has.
He has, okay. And what nights?
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, 6 to 9, when there is not a city council meeting. So basically the first, third, and if there is a 5th Tuesday of the month, Mayor Frank will be on Mayor Frank's jukebox.
Box Frank.
Jukebox Frank.
Jukebox Frank. And so for the council liaison report, I have nothing.
But you gotta make sure to mention jukebox Franks at the. Council
Excuse me,
meeting.
Mary Elduin.
Great, thank you, Richard. Financial reports review. So you got the little link there to look at. I did look at it, it looked fine. I didn't see anything since our last. And I'm glad we did that review last, we did a 2-month review, or excuse me, half-year review. I don't have anything to mention. Does anybody else have to mention on the financials? Take that as a no. All right, moving on, we get to the board member report. Let's start with, it says Daryl, you're first up.
I just want to add on to what Trey had said before, is that TV will be carrying the play-by-play from KOSW will attach at the location, so we'll just tack onto your microphone out of the Comrex and take a feed and then run that into the TV stuff, and then we'll provide you with a monitor so you can see what the TV coverage is and also talk to the instant replays. So then if you decide to break away, and we'll have to work out the logistics of how it's going to work if you decide to take a break at halftime or whatever it is. And we're just going to do the home games because we don't have a jetpack. And to do a jetpack with TV,
2 or 3 megs
yeah, it might take 2 jetpacks.
bonded.
Yeah, bonded. And so that's extra services. And until we get advertisers, that's out of the question. We're not gonna pay for that. We're gonna try. And we can do real advertising.
Oh, that's the other thing I should have mentioned is that. Just going back to our station manager report, Rich and I had made a great. We needed to get at least 3 sponsors to do this. And so if we only got 1 or 2, then I would have our our sales guy give the money back and say, thank you very much, but we're not gonna do it. Lon went out and got 9. So now the joke is, I'm gonna be doing sponsor acknowledgements.
With a little bit of sports.
And, you know, I kept saying, oh, since I started this, the Hyatts have scored twice and the Indians have scored 3 times. Now, back to our sponsors. So anyway, we have 9
Nice.
sponsors.
We don't have any, so if we don't have enough volunteer crew, we won't be doing the games. And we just won't, because we have no financial commitments, we have no contracts, so it's all
A lot of work.
volunteer. It's a lot, and it's a lot of work, so, yeah.
It's a pretty reduced rate.
So it's still back to you?
Yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to just acknowledge that we're going to, and we will probably do the same thing with basketball. We'll try to cover those. Last year, we had a couple of games. We told, so sorry, we don't have enough volunteers. We're not doing it right. Kind of the same way that they did us with the stadiums.
Maybe we can talk, because we're thinking about. There's a good chance this year we're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Maybe we could coordinate up, as like, when you have enough volunteers and we have enough volunteers, we go, we'll go do this game.
Yeah,
Anything else there?
that's it.
Marilyn?
Nothing.
And back to me, as far as the board member report,
Can I get, before we go, Ken, on our simulcast with you, would you like our show banners?
What is that?
Well, when you look at our schedule on our website, you don't say the show and it's on a banner, like Rockin' the Shores of Papa B, you know, and it's got a banner.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you just get a picture of the DJ on it and stuff like that.
Oh, sure.
I can
yeah.
send you the ones that you simulcast, I can send you those banners if you wanna flash it through once in a while during the show.
Oh, okay.
It's up to you.
Okay. We'll do tradesies. Maybe we'll give you ours.
Okay. Yeah, we'll broadcast yours through our. Well, I don't know how.
No, we would describe it. Hey, I'm looking at this great painting here. It's got a picture of Daryl's head.
The back of his head.
So obviously, we've been pushing the hell out of volunteers for your station. Has it accomplished anything?
Nope.
It's red all day long.
I hear it, yeah.
I see it.
Well, so maybe we need to have you have a dedicated interview to come in with Tom.
We plan on doing that. We've got some changes. We've got some changes in works, and we want to do it on a coordinated effort to announce the changes when we finally get them done. But we've been working real hard on making some changes.
Since we're doing kind of a free flow here.
Yeah, obviously.
If anybody here, Richard, this includes you, Don and Gina, this includes you. And people behind me. Trying to expand the interviews that Tommy does on the Now Factor. You know, we have kind of the same groups. We have several people that have a monthly slot. And then we do stuff, but, you know, I'm just thinking that, you know, people can come up, not just with an idea like, hey, I think you should talk about teddy bears or whatever. If you have somebody in mind who could come in and talk about teddy bears, I mean, one of the things I was thinking of is this has been an exceptionally foggy summer. I mean, we have fog here every summer. That's no news, but we've had an exceptionally foggy summer. I was thinking it might be good if we could get Cliff Mass or.
I love Cliff Mass.
Well, or somebody
I've
like
reached out to him
that.
already once to see if he can do it on my radio show. He didn't respond though. So it was just an
Okay.
email. But I'm not saying, I probably had the wrong contact.
We might have, but I'm thinking
Yeah.
Cliff Mass or one of the talking weatherheads at one of the TV stations. But I would love it if Tommy could have a morning where we could just talk about coastal Washington weather, and particularly why we've had so much damn fog this summer. You know, on these days where it might have been in the 70s if you could have seen the sun. You know, so that's one thing. A former member of our radio staff, actually 2 former members of our radio staff committed suicide this year. I would like to get a mental health professional, from either the county or one of the agencies to come in and talk about this. It's a difficult topic for a lot of people, but I think it would really benefit our listeners to talk about the science of suicide, the resources available. But anyway, I would love it, and I'll put this out for the world because it's easy. My email is Trey, Trey, @koswradio.com. If you have any ideas for fun topics or important topics that you'd like to see us maybe cover better for our morning interviews, send them to me. But it's not enough, like I said, to do the example of teddy bears. I just don't want ideas. If you have an idea of someone who could talk about it.
It'd be nice if you had someone to talk about something and 5 questions that you would like Tommy to ask you. Cause it guides it so it's not an ambushed interview. The person knows that. And then it takes the effort off of Tommy's shoulder to try to research some off the wall subject. At least you know what's going on. It makes it easier to do an interview.
Well, all right, Tom and I did this differently. COVID hit, we cleared the station. It was basically just me and Butch. And so much to my chagrin, since I couldn't bend Butch's arm to do it, I got to do the morning show.
You're
As
regular.
everybody knows, I am not a morning person, but I did it for 3 months. And when I had a guest, and of course, all guests were phone interviews. So I would have them call in 10 minutes early. And we would kind of go over at least the gist of the interview. I would basically say, what do you want to talk about? And then, sometimes like when I had a gal came down or called in from Tongue Point, which is the Job Corps Center in Astoria. I thought that'd be great for area youth to hear about. And so I did research the night before, and I did, like you suggest, I came up with, 5 or 6 kind of questions or areas that I wanted to explore. But then I also talked to her, and she gave me 3 or 4 that I'd never even thought of.
Sure.
So I used to basically do a mini prep before each interview. And we would kind of go over at least how the front part of the interview would go. And then the other important thing as an interviewer is to listen. Because as people talk, what they say should spur questions.
Of course.
And then, of course, we do have at some times where there's call-ins and people will be listening at home and go, oh, I have a question. I mean, that doesn't happen very often, but anyway, I'm just saying that I would like it if people have areas that they don't think we're covering or they think would be of interest to others. Just contact me because I would really like to expand that part of our.
We should put something on our Facebook page. If you got a guest coming up ahead of time, put out there, so-and-so's coming on at 9 o'clock on Tuesday.
I'm just always scared to do that because it's like in the past, every time you do that, then they cancel.
Well, I'm just saying, people could submit questions through that, a lot of people don't want to call. But they may have questions, they could submit it to us over the Facebook site
Yeah.
or email us their questions and we can read those questions when we have the interview.
Great. Okay, back to my board member report, where I think is where we were.
That's right.
Thanks for interjecting.
Is that where we're at?
Hey, free flow here. It's all good. I'm a flexible person. I didn't really have anything to add since the other report, just I'm glad I'm doing a DJ spot. I think it's very, it's important. I think it's a good idea to have board people be on the radio. It really helps see what all goes on. How it's done, so. has
You're
more-
not making decisions. in a
More
vacuum.
respect for you guys as well.
Well, also it's because if you're not on, or if you're not married to somebody who's on, sometimes ideas sound really great.
Yeah.
And then, but if you're sitting there and you go, "There's no way to implement this."
Yep. Have anything else to add? That's it for me. Moving on, old business.
Wait, you forgot about vacant and vacant.
Vacant. We had the two openings. Yeah, as I mentioned before, I submitted the recommendations. I know that Nicole's getting back with the mayor to get those interviews done or get those picked. So we'll have, hopefully next meeting, we'll have a couple people here. We'll see.
Oh,
So there are people that have applied.
Yes, we've had 3 applications, I think. 3.
Wow.
You recommend, you don't.
I recommended 2 of the 3.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah. I don't think I need to say who.
No, you don't have to say, I just wonder if you got something you would recommend.
Yeah, looking through the applications, and yeah, I think we're on the same page. Old business, be the new tower. We don't have Marty here to talk about that. I believe nothing has changed in the last, I mean, we had a lot of good progress from before, so. You know, we're hearing good numbers that hopefully we'll be down in, 1,000 something, 1,200 thereabouts. We'll see when we get that far, but, as far as the new tower.
Oh, so I thought what we had heard is that are you talking about the monthly rent?
Monthly rent could be as low as 1,200.
Oh, we heard 284.
$284?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, it's all in the process.
It's all a
right?
problem. Let's just leave it. Let's go high, hope for low, keep our expectations. But anyway, since Marty's not here, we have nothing really to add at the moment. Before that, I'm sure we'll have him back next month and we'll get an update on that. We'll certainly keep that on there. I don't have anything on new business. We'll go back to public communication. Anybody in the room have anything to say? Yes, sir, go ahead.
What is a jetpack?
Oh, it's,
Wireless hotspot.
it's a little thing that basically, it's a hotspot. And so like when we do city council meetings, we turn it on and it gives us an internet signal. And that's what we use to send the signal back to the station. When I go out and do ball games, I will have the jetpack, I will turn it on. That gives me all of a sudden portable internet.
It's
You can
basically,
plug into it or you can do wireless. It's just like a mobile internet.
Have
Yeah,
you ever
mobile
used a
hotspot.
hotspot on your phone? That's the same thing.
it's basically a cell phone without a keyboard or
Yeah,
or
it's just a
mouse
little
or
unit.
screen.
Turn
It's
it on,
just
it gets
the,
internet and then you plug it.
Oh, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
it just
so
touches all the devices.
And,
for
and,
it.
and the reason to use it as a hotspot per se is that I think we get more data that way.
it doesn't do telephone stuff.
Yeah.
It just does the cell tower data.
Yeah.
As opposed to,
Remember this vision of the jetpack.
Flying around.
Anything else?
Jetsons.
My question was for Trey. Regarding that show you want to get speakers and questions for, when is that?
The Now Factor is on 9 to noon, Monday through Friday, but we generally do the interview portion from 9 to 10. Now, if somebody said, oh, yeah, I've got this great person, and then we talk to them, they go, man, I can only do it at 10:30. Tom's flexible, we do it at 10:30, but generally we do what we call the conversation. Although Scott Anderson always seems at 9:30.
We would like to see more city council people on that. It would show up. Rich, that includes you.
You're more than welcome to be on the radio.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
muted, Rich.
he's on the phone.
Oh, you're on the phone.
Oh, he's on the phone and there comes that bird overhead. It seems like it's angling to grab the phone.
Anything else? Is that it? Thank you. Online, Don, do you have anything?
Nothing, thank you.
Good. Thank you, Don. Gina?
Yes. Trey was talking about the mental health and suicide prevention. And there is a class that is going to be held at the Lions Club, and I'm doing the publicity for it and was hoping that the radio station would be promoting it as well. It's through the VA, but the counselor is their most dynamic as well as experienced presenter. And it will be it's scheduled for the 18th of October. And we were going to open it up to the high school as well as the churches and have the community be able to provide, have them be provided a place to learn about it, because the suicides that we've been dealing with are tragic and not necessary. And sometimes just asking a simple question of how you doing and really listening makes a difference. And so we're wanting to learn techniques and share them. And so I'm hoping that what I had envisioned is that we would have the class and then have an interview with that person, with that counselor after.
Okay, Gina, if you would, if either A, you wanna write up a public service announcement, you can send it to me. Or B, if you
I
don't wanna
will.
write it, if you would share with me via email that information, then I will write it up, but we'll make sure that we get it on our read.
Absolutely.
Gina, where did you say that was going to be held?
Lions.
Lions Club, okay.
It's going to be at the Lions Club. It's at the Lions Club, and
Okay.
it is, I believe the schedule is at 11:30, but let me verify that. I had sent out stuff for monthly publications already, and it just escaped my mind. I'm sorry. But I was going to start September, the second week in September, sending everything out because it's scheduled for the 18th of October.
Great, thank you. Anything else, Jim?
I think that's it.
Great, thank you.
Going back to old business, you guys decided anything about the church services on Sunday morning?
No, I didn't get back. I sent the email to the mayor to get something writing that they're good with the city council. Never got it back, so. I'll put it back on the agenda for next month and we'll make sure. I'll hit them up, just get some background.
We don't need time for.
All right, so that's it for public communication. Next, that's it. Feature meeting day will be Tuesday, September 23rd, right back here at the 10:30. Gonna get a motion to adjourn.
I motion, we do adjourn.
All right, adjourn. Second.